Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly singles love reading for Aquarius. How are you guys? Let's see what's happening for you. Oops, I should flip that card over. Let me see here. Where are you? Oh, of course, when I want to find it, it's not going to come out easy. It'll show up. All right, Aquarius, what's coming in? You got an Emperor. Someone here who sees opportunity. They know a good thing when they see it. Well, this person could have options. So they're about to make a decision. Yeah. So someone taking a step back, being patient. Yeah. I feel like you're different than this person's usual type. Something different about you. I see this energy of unique. This Emperor could be someone rather eccentric as well. But like I say, they've been procrastinating and now they're about to make a choice. Trying something different. Yeah, this person's going to reach out. That was the card that was looking at me when I was shuffling. It's upside down. There it is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you've got a person here who... they see the things that you have in common. They're going to reach out. This is a little test to see if you reciprocate. They want to hang out. You want to do something. They're looking at how this could play out too. They're looking to see here. Yeah. Seeing the things you have in common, compatibility. But yeah, a little test. You want to get together. Do you want to do something? Yeah, they want to collaborate here too. Uh-huh. Ooh, we have the Empress energy. Oh, know your worth here. Masculine and feminine, divine masculine and feminine energy. We have a lot of this energy this last few months. A lot. So this often tells me there's a lot of situations going to come to fruition. You're either going to want to spend some time with this person. Feel it's going to be a bit of a temptation. But it has to do with spending time together and doing some things together, going down this path. See, building each other up. See, it's about teaming up. Like I say, it's a little test, but I feel for the person receiving it, it's a bit of a temptation. So you're going to be tempted here. Now, if something feels off, you may decide to just keep your own options open. You may decide not to reciprocate. Yeah. Let's take a look. What does this Empress want here? Or Emperor? What do they want? What does the Emperor want? Ooh, they want to get on the same page, some sort of an agreement. This person has faith that they can make the right choice too. You're different than their usual type. They actually want to get on the same page. I feel they want to make some sort of an agreement here. Yeah, I see a little Gemini energy, some Taurus energy. This is someone who has everything they need to manifest their desire. I feel like you're both very aware of each other. You both have what you need. I do think you're manifesting this, but like I say, I see what two people bring to the table. I feel like you both have skills. So they're going to tempt you with something, and it could have to do with maybe a contract or some sort of a negotiation here, leading towards an agreement. You can always negotiate. Yeah, but like I say, if something feels off, like I say, you might decide to... because I feel as some of you have other options, and if you don't, you definitely have everything you need to manifest that. But this person's making a choice. Yeah, they're seeing this Queen of Pentacles energy, someone who's different, stable. See, I see you being patient, just sort of tempering that. I feel like some of you aren't really sure if you're interested in this because, I don't know, I mean, you're definitely nobody's option. That's another thing. See, somebody who's maybe has options. Some of you may, but I feel being open to other options. But I do feel this is someone different than your usual type as well. Yeah, look at that. Two people building each other up. Something is building. The passion is building. You're both very aware of something here. This is an opportunity. You both know a good thing when you see it. There's no doubt. I mean, there's obviously an attraction, but there's some sort of an agreement. I think this person's tempting you with something here. It could have to do with work. If you have skills or something this person needs. Yeah, oh, they're in their feels. This person's in their feels. They've been holding back, wanting to ask you out. They're all up in their feels. Some of you do have options. I gotta tell you, I feel like some of you do. I do see an energy of 3. So some of you have someone here, you may not be interested. You feel something's off. Like, I feel like there's something about someone here. It could be a bit of a turn off. Some sort of habit, something someone does could be a bit of a turn off. Yeah, you might not be feeling it with someone here, but I do feel there's someone here who's all up in their feels. This is someone else has been kind of holding back here too, but like I say, it's an energy of someone following their heart. Yeah, balance of head and heart here. Something is building between two. I feel like for some of you, you've got a choice. Now, it could be one person where you're just making that choice, but this person's been thinking things through, choosing their battles. This is someone who doesn't want you to get away. They're going to reach out. This is actually someone here who's very generous, where I feel the other person's not so generous. I feel it's like you may not be in agreement. You may not be on the same page with one of these people. But like I say, I feel this is more of like someone reaching out, tempting you, and being quite generous too. Now, yeah, because this is someone who doesn't want you to get away. They've been thinking things through, choosing their battles. This is something worth going after, worth fighting for. Yeah, this has to do with love here. You're different than this person's usual type, but I actually feel with this Queen of Pentacles, maybe acting a little disinterested, because I feel like you're just trying to be patient here. I don't think you're in a rush to make any choice, to be honest. Yeah, look at justice and harmony, someone coming in right. See, it's about being fair. Some of you have a choice. Someone here just isn't right for you. I think there's something that someone does that's a bit of a turnoff. It's a habit or something they do. I don't know if they kind of reach out and don't communicate clearly. They're not generous, or yeah, there's something that's a turnoff. But something that's a major turn on, because the justice is here. Yeah, we got some Libra, Gemini energy, Aquarius, a couple of people. But it's about balance and harmony between two, spending time together. See, you never really know till you spend time with someone and do some things together. See, collaborating. This is about collaborating on something. I wouldn't be surprised if someone's, like, the test is something to do with work. And I do feel it's about being on the same page. I actually feel like it's about negotiating this here. Yeah. Taking something to the next level. Life path choice decision. Choosing between two. Definitely some of you have got this choice. But it's about two people coming together, going down this path together. Someone who wants to spend time with you. They want to build. They want to do things with you. They're willing to cooperate and compromise. But somebody here is kind of a breadcrumber. They treat you like an option. That's a turn off, because you're nobody's option. Yeah, and I can feel that too. So, my goodness. Yeah, it's saying to take a pause, look at this from a couple different perspectives before you make a decision. But it's about someone who comes in right. See, it's a person here. I feel like you got a person who's ready to follow their heart. They're all full of love and emotions, are very generous. They're choosing their battles. But I think this is yourself choosing your battles. I do feel this is your own energy. If not, you have someone, maybe a Gemini here. Strong Gemini energy. But yeah. You have what you need to manifest what it is you desire. There's a lot of desire. Yeah. Two people coming together, going down this path. Yeah, it's a choice. Looking at it from a different perspective. Tell me about the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man with the Empress. Why is this here? Yeah. There's somebody here you have more in common with, that you're more comfortable with. Something that someone does that makes you uncomfortable. Because I do feel it's either they treat you like an option, or they have other options. They just want to date other people. Yeah, so just kind of watch that. But I do see someone you know, making a head and heart decision here and following their heart, because this is someone who doesn't want someone to get away. But you're the one, I feel, it's about yourself being decisive, choosing, doing something just right. See, it's about harmony and balance between two people. There's the cup, somebody coming in, their cup runneth over. Tell me about the Lovers. Ah, there we go. Yeah, I feel like some of you here have that little enlightenment, that little aha moment. I think there's someone here where something feels off. I actually feel there's someone here who's probably not even your type really, but maybe you're ready to try something different. Because I do feel like spending time together, doing things together, cooperating, compromising. It's about learning with the Hierophant the things you have in common. Yeah, look at that, Aquarius. You have a decision to make. This decision's going to come in. It's about which way to go here. I think you see the bigger picture too. You're looking at this in a couple different ways. You may change your perspective of someone, how you view them, if you spend a little time with them. Tell me about that Three of Pentacles. Yeah, so it's an energy of making a decision you're confident with. I feel like you're confident you can make the right choice. I feel like you already know the answers you're seeking too, but I feel like you're keeping it all in. You're going to keep this to yourself. You might date one person, have a couple dates with someone just to see if you get along. Because it's up to you to decide here. I feel like you're trusting your inner knowing. It's like you already know. I think there's someone here that you know, their cup runneth over, they have feelings. But it's about you making a decision. I mean, it could be this person taking decisive action because they don't want you to get away. Yeah, it's an energy of change. It's positive change, a whole new chapter. I see a lot of growth, a lot of abundance. But I think you're moving on from one, and I do think there's somebody coming around. I think you're ready for change. I see change of habit, change of lifestyle. I think your perspective is going to change of someone. And I think you kind of know it's about spending a little time with someone to see the things you have in common, if you're compatible, if you get along. There's definitely some choices here. And you may not see all these coming too, but I do think there's someone here that you know. Because I feel like you already know if you're making a choice who you're going to choose. And it's more than likely going to be this Emperor energy, but not necessarily. Yeah, I see as soon as I say someone's stable. Yeah, like I feel this is someone, it's a temptation, and they're going to reach out to see if you reciprocate. Because it has to do with, if there's two, one of these people's kind of cheap. They dangle the carrot, right? Little temptation to see if you take the bait. And I don't think you're going to fall for something here. Like I feel there's something that's a turnoff that makes you feel uncomfortable. It's like the Queen of Pentacles, the energy is part of the Empress. It's being comfortable with someone, being able to be yourself. Something makes you feel uncomfortable. See, it has to do with feeling like home, someone who feels like home. And that's what I feel. But I wouldn't be surprised if this person reaches out with some kind of business deal. Like if you have skills or something this person needs, but it's really more than likely an excuse to ask you out. Yeah, ask you on a date. Step-by-step process here. Yeah, this is someone with ulterior motives. Let's have a look at the Queen of Swords here. Yeah, see, I feel like you know, someone who rushes in really enthusiastic. Yeah, and then possibly runs away. Yeah. Someone who gets overwhelmed too easy. Someone who rushed in and got overwhelmed. It's about you looking at this from their perspective. I see kindness, compassion, someone who cares. And it could be somebody coming into it. You could have someone coming in with a major apology, heartfelt message, because they rushed in and backed out because they weren't ready. So it's up to you to decide. Now, the other person, like I say, we got someone who's kind of a little bit cheap. They have other options. They don't really want to, I don't know. It's like, it, it feels off. I feel it's going to make you feel uncomfortable. And it's where you're going to decide to do with your type. Now, this could be someone coming in who's different than your usual type. But it's about trying something different. Because like I say, if something's off, it doesn't make you feel comfortable. So I don't know what it is with this person. Yeah, there's something that's going to feel off. And I feel like you can't put your finger on it, you know? And because I can't even. I'm like, what is it with this person that turns you off that just doesn't feel right? Because this choice is about love. It's about a bond, a connection, two people who build each other up. They don't tear each other down. It's about teaming up, working together. See, it's about sacrificing. Somebody doesn't want to sacrifice anything. They don't want to give. They're more looking at what they can receive. So somebody here is a giver and someone here may be a taker. Yeah, I feel like you got this figured out. I do think you're confident you can make the right choice. But it's yourself too, taming the beast, watching your words, thinking this through. Yeah, I feel like you know someone here is a runner. See, you got somebody here, a bit of a player. They're kind of sneaky. See, it's where it's just a little bait. They don't want to, they're a taker, not a giver. One of these people is very generous, kind, compassionate, very nurturing person, someone who truly cares. But the other person's sneaky. See, and I feel like you're going to figure this out. But like I say, all isn't what it seems because I feel like you can't put your finger on it. So it's saying just look at it from a different perspective. Take a little pause. You know, I see spending a little time with someone here. I think you know someone here's up to something. Something sketchy here. It's almost like they just want to win. It's like somebody who just wants to win, to feel like they've won, you know, for the sake of winning. Yeah, be brave and be strong here. You're going to figure it out. But like I say, I don't think you can put your finger on it for a bit, but you will. You know, this is where you know something isn't possibly going to go in your favor. See, it's a person who just wants things to go in your favor. They want to win. They're determined to win. I think the person who comes in stable, see, they're reliable. See, it's about someone who, I have your back, you have my back, loyalty. Someone here is loyal. They have good morals and values. They see you this way too. Yeah, and I think they're connected to the King of Cups. But one of these people, like I say, they're definitely a runner. But it's like they just want to win for the sake of winning. Because it's like it won't go anywhere. Because somebody here wants to take this to the next level. They want to come forward. So watch out for anyone who comes in a little bit fast here. Okay. I see very strong Gemini. See, someone who's a little sneaky. They're a player. It's a person who runs away. It's somebody who'll never make any kind of commitment, even if you have an agreement. But one of these people, I think it's the Emperor's loyal, stable. So you've got some Gemini and you've got Libra energy here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries. I mean, pretty much every sign is here, but I feel like you know. Okay, you're going to know. Just trust your intuition. Yeah, this is an energy of walking away. Something to do with walking away. See, somebody comes in, they just want to win for the sake of winning. They won't, this is somebody who will not cooperate or compromise. Like I feel like, yeah, and it's an energy of walking away. It's as if the person will walk away. This is somebody who the grass is always greener. So whoever this person is, like I feel like you're kind of looking at this, the possibilities, and I do feel there's a temptation. There's something about this person, obviously, that you like. But I do think after a little time, you're going to feel something is a little off. Like I feel it's a turn off, something they do. I don't know, they manipulate or they're not. Yeah, it's like, I don't think you're just not going to be feeling it. Yeah, you're going to look at this. See, there's a risk. See, calculating the risk. But this other person, they could be an Aries, or maybe a Scorpio, or, any fire sign energy. But the positive person is the one who pushes through all that fear. They're taking a leap of faith. And they want to go down this path. They want to come together and spend time with you. It's the Emperor, I feel, is the positive. But it doesn't have to be. Okay? Like I say, it's all about perspective here. Yeah, this is someone who comes in very quickly out of the blue. A little flirty, playful. They want to go down this path. See, multiple opportunities. So someone who comes in too fast, too strong, maybe a little pushy. They're all enthusiastic. Yeah, you got a runner here. I think you've got a runner. Someone who just wants to win for the sake of winning. Once they know that they've won, they just walk away. They'll stop talking to you. See, then, the breadcrumbing energy. But one of them is generous, so, yeah. And that sun tried to come out. There it is. Yeah, moving towards the sun, the right person. So you're going to be leaving someone behind here. Now, if it's not yourself, and it's not you, there's just this one particular energy. It could be the other person choosing you over somebody else, letting go of all their options here. Yeah. But I feel like this is yourself, because the Queen of Swords is here, which tells me you need to make a decision. And you're going to see things very clearly. I just see happiness and joy. I see you going down a path with someone. I think you already know the answers you're seeking. Yeah, one of these people, you see, thanks but no thanks. Been there, done that with somebody. One of these options is not showing who they are. But like I say, you've got, definitely both have some water and air in their chart. Put it that way. They're kind of your type, but one of them's more your type than the other. One of them has good morals and values. They have integrity. I think it's the Emperor, because the Emperor's healed. This is, but like I say, it doesn't have to be. So one of these people, it's going to be thanks but no thanks. It's likely someone coming back around, but I feel like you're moving on. It's not emotionally fulfilling. See, it's somebody here doesn't share emotions. They just dangle the carrot. They tempt you. They treat you like an option. And then once they feel like they've won and everything's gone in their favor, they walk away. But I think what's going to happen, the tables are turning. You're the one who's going to walk away, and you're going to go for the new person. Yeah, see the spark, the attraction, a passion, new beginning, a new person. So very nice. Yeah, my goodness. Yeah. So, see, one of them is cheap. They treat you like an option. They're a taker, not a giver. One of them's very generous. You're going to reciprocate. See, one of them you're not interested in. And I do think that's that moment where where you realize that someone's more interested in what you can give to them. And you're no longer giving. So you're the one, I see you doing some receiving here. The Empress is always open to receive. Yeah, see, it's somebody who's truly interested in you. They're invested. They want to know everything about you. They want to spend time with you. They want to be with you. Anybody who treats you like an option, you only hear from this person when they want something. Yeah. Tell me about this Eight of Wands. Yeah, I see a house and a home. Yeah. Somebody going to reach out, hey, are you home? Like they're very spontaneous, like they want to come in, indulge me, fill my cup, give me what I want. And maybe you'll get what you want, that kind of energy. Yeah. It's a person who wants to come to your home. But you know what? Like I say, I feel like you're in this energy of just being very grounded and practical. You definitely can see a future with one of these people, because that's what the energy of the Queen of Pentacles is just sitting down, looking at it, asking yourself, do I see myself long-term with this person in the future? One of them is yes, and the other one is definitely thanks, but no thanks. No. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you're going to probably block this person too. You're going to stand up to this person too. See, when you stand up to this person, then that's when they run away. They go off and lick their wounds, and then they try to come back around. So you probably know who that is. Yeah. Yeah, no longer, yeah, someone who keeps doing the same thing over and over again. Yeah, rinse and repeat. Like I say, it's their pride, their ego, whatever it is. You know, they're sketchy. The grass is always greener. Yeah, if you don't give what they want, they'll go get it from somewhere else, where the other person's just happy to be with you. They're more than happy to spend time. They're truly invested. Their sincerity, good morals and values. I do see an energy of change of lifestyle, like certain things that have to change. Structure, lifestyle, forming new habits to make this work with this other person, because I do feel it's an emperor. They're quite strict and structured on their schedules, but they're willing to compromise. I feel like the other person comes into compromise, but only until they get what they want. Yeah, it's like wishing you the best here, Aquarius. Yeah, you might even be a little indecisive here. You might not even see this coming and get all up in your head. Definitely it's about not repeating mistakes of the past. Okay, thinking it through. Just, it's saying to with the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles, just ground yourself. Okay, take a little moment and look at it from different perspectives. Take off the blindfold, take off the rose-colored glasses and see, because you're going to see something that you didn't see before. And then the honesty too is this person coming in, it's also them. You know, I think you're going to stand up to someone here. But the person who puts in all the effort, they put in the work, they want to build with you. That's the person, because why? They've gone within, into me, I see. They know what they want, and they're just taking action. So they want to accomplish this. Yeah, the other person doesn't put in effort. They want you to do all the work. Indulge me, fill my cup. Bend over backwards to please me, whatever it is. No, the other person's going to be putting an effort to please you. Yeah, somebody who's loyal, logical, someone who speaks truth. See, one of these people is honest and truthful. The other person, I feel they're sketchy. They play games. Yeah. So I'm glad I kept going with this. I was like, oh, this is going in circles now. But there it is, the King of Swords. You're going to have a conversation. You're going to speak truth. This is the new person. And it may not be new, but I see new and going down this path. Yeah, beautiful energy. Very wise, logical, someone who's fair. So you could have this person too, where they're the person cutting someone out, and it could go that way. It's about breaking free of habits and patterns. Yeah. Somebody here definitely works a lot. That's why I feel it's an emperor. They work a lot. So that's where I feel when this person comes in, there'll be a need for compromise, both of you. Especially if you both work a lot of focus on that. But it's about routine schedules making this work. This person wants this to work, so really nice. But they speak truth. They have integrity. They've gone within. They know what they want, and they know what they have to do too. Yeah, the other person just runs. They don't want to do all the work. They want you to do the work. Take care. Bye for now.